Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Today's video, I'm going to do a video on World War II Life Magazines. You can see in front of me here, I got a whole stack of them. And I collect them just for the front covers. But, if you've never seen one, they got some really cool articles in there. And there's a lot of real good advertisements. So, and then I tried to collect every one of them from the war years, from September 1st, 1939 through May 1945. But, there's just way too many of them. And if I do get them all, it's going to take up too much room for storage. So I stopped collecting them after about I got maybe 75 to 100 of them. So, and then on Amazon, I bought these real nice protectors for them. And then I had to buy these cardboard inserts that they just fit in there perfectly. And as you can see, it protects them pretty good. So I'll take you in here and I'll show you. I've got about maybe 20 on the table here. So I'll get in here and show you some articles in them and show you some real good advertisements. So let's get in here and take a look at them. All right, here they are scattered out on the table. And there's some here. You can see General Eisenhower. Then we got Admiral Nimitz. And back here, got Jimmy Stewart when he was a colonel. And they just got a whole bunch of, they got just a lot of great photos on the front of them. Here's artillery called the Big Gun. And then we got the Air Force women pilots. So let me take these all out of the case here and I'll show you the insides of them. All right, our first one here is dated August 24th, 1942. And it's titled Johnny G. Pats. And inside this one, there's an article about the Marines attacking the Solomons. It'll show wartime photos and maps. And here's a sad photo. It's titled U.S. Defenders of Corregidor Behind Weeks of Beard Surrender to Grinning Japs. Hey, there's the victors. And there's the guys that had to surrender. And on this page over here, there's an advertisement about the steel. And on the back of every one of them, they got food ads, mostly, and cigarette ads. All right, these two. The one on the left is Air Force pilot, July 19, 1943. And the one on the right is titled Big Gun. I'm not going to go through every single one, but I'll just pick out a few of them to show you. And on the back of these two, you got your Lucky Strike advertisements. Some people buy these Life magazines just to cut out the advertisements and frame them. Like I say, they got some really good ads in them. Then we got Colonel Jimmy Stewart on the left. And this one is How Strong is Japan? They were good before they messed with us, and then we had to take care of business. There's Colonel Stewart. And the one on the left is about the Marines in the Pacific. And this one here is about the infantry coming off the landing craft. They're taking cover on a big explosion going on. And you got the infantry coming off your LSTs. And on the back of this one is an ad for Chesterfield. Back then, everybody and their brother smoked, and these were all unfiltered cigarettes. And there on the left there, we got General Eisenhower. And we got a Thunderbolt fighter pilot there. And this one here is about Camel cigarettes. And on the left here, we got Captain False. He was a Marine fighter pilot who was awarded the Medal of Honor, and he was America's first ace. And this one here is about Bomber Task Force. And this is probably a B-17 here, a rear gunner. Now, both of these ads are a little better because they're not cigarettes. They're advertisements for Coca-Cola. Caps off to our fighting men. You taste its quality. Drink Coca-Cola. It's the real thing. Okay, on the left here, we got Winston Churchill on the cover. He was my favorite for speeches. I could listen to his speeches all day long. And here we got a U.S. soldier and all his winter gear. It's probably taking place during the Battle of the Bulge, since it's February 1945. And for you Navy guys, here's two of them that pertain to the Navy. This one's PT Skippers. I don't see Quentin McHale on there though. Anybody remember Quentin McHale from PT 73? And here is Chester Nimitz. And on the back here's some pretty cool advertisements for cigarettes. Here's a U.S. Ranger. See Chesterfield's camouflaged. If you can't see it, right there at Chesterfield. And over here is some more camels. Now we'll take a look at some of them on the inside. Here's a great advertisements for a Cadillac engine. Some pictures of the Germans. Look, they're on high retreat. And back during the war, they just started experimenting with color film. And here's an article about that. It had your advertisements for sodas and coffee. Another one on Canada Dry soda. Pretty pin up there. And we'll have an article here about the women working in the factories. Here's a fun advertisement about Carnation milk. And back to the war. Original photos of the war. And we got the B-29. Nice article here on Chester Nimitz. And here's an advertisement on Belmont Radio. And here is deviled ham in a can. They still make that, and you can still buy them at the grocery store. Here's an article on the Martin bomber. And of course, I got to show the war bonds. Back the attack, Bob war bonds. Here's an ad on community community spoonware, silverware. And there we're powering the bombers of victory. And now we got an article on Johnson's baby powder. And here's an article on the jitterbug. I don't know if anybody out there does the jitterbug. I know I don't. Couldn't dance if my life depended on it. And here's the Hawaiian pineapple products made by Dole. And here's the Texas company, Texaco. And an interesting article here. It's the aerial war photography. And right here, they're putting 5 cameras in a P-38. All the different lenses they used. And now it says color film can now be used in war. And there's Jimmy Durante dancing on stage with some girls. Lucky guy. Yeah, the PT squadrons in the South Pacific. And here's a color ad for General Electric. Anybody remember the prices of shoes back then? $6 to $8. There's an interesting ad on the high iron for the railroad. And back then you could buy a toothbrush for 50 cents. Then we got an article here on the winter soldiers. Here's an article when they rescued POWs at Camp Cabanatuan. I'm sure these guys were brutally tortured, starved, beaten. True heroes back in them days. And here's an article on batteries. And don't forget to shave. There's shaving cream back in the 40s. And here's one on Schlitz beer. Every 4th bottle of Schlitz goes overseas. All right, I guess I'll wrap this up here. Like I say, there's just got a lot of good articles in these and a lot of good wartime photos, and you can find these reasonably cheap, maybe between $5 and $10 a piece, depending on where you go to look. All right, that's it for the video. I hope you liked it. If you did like it, please hit the like button, ring that notification bell, and please subscribe to my channel. And I appreciate everybody watching my videos. So please hit that like button for me so we can get more videos out. Till then, we'll see you on the next video. Have a good weekend.